this video, we will be discussing the different data types in SQL and how to use them effectively. SQL usually have a lot of different data types needed to handle various kinds of columns in databases. There are three main types of data in SQL: string data type, numerical data type, and date or time data type. In computer programming, a string data type is a data type that is used to represent a sequence of characters. The string data type is typically used to represent text such as words, sentences, or paragraphs. Strings can be defined using single quotes or double quotes. In SQL, there are two main types of string data types: char and varchar. Let's look at these types closely. A char data type is a fixed length string of characters. It can store a single character or a string of characters up to a specified length. The maximum length can be 8,000 characters. It is used to store alphanumeric data and is often used for storing names, addresses, etc. The syntax for declaring a char column in SQL is char of n, where n is the maximum length of the string. A varchar data type is a variable length string of characters. The maximum length can be 8,000 characters, same as char data type. It is used to store alphanumeric data and is often used for storing names, addresses, etc., same as char string data type. The syntax for declaring a varchar column in SQL is varchar of n, where n is the maximum length of the string. Here we have a small table which holds the employee data. In the first column, we have the employee ID, that is A1, A2, A3, A4, which is alphanumeric, and the number of characters is 2. This column data type can be declared as both char and varchar, and the syntax while declaring would be char of 2 and varchar of 2. For column with fixed number of characters, the best practice is to use char only. The second column is their name: Vinod, Rakesh, Vivek, Rahul. Here, the number of characters is not fixed. Can you guess what data type this would be? If you'd have guessed varchar, you are right. Here, the longest string is Rakesh, which contains 6 characters. So, the syntax would be varchar of 6. Now, in the gender column, we only have male, and here the number of characters is fixed, that is 4. So, the column data type would be declared as char of 4. Numerical data types. In computer programming, numerical data types are data types which are used to represent numbers. In SQL, there are several numerical data types available, but the two main types are integer and float. Integer is a whole number data type that can store positive or negative values. Depending on the SQL implementation, integer can be represented with different widths, such as tiny int, and big int. Let us look at it ranges. When the range of numerical data is 0 to 255, we declare the data as tiny int. Similarly, we have the range for int as well as big int. But most of the time, we will declare the numerical data types using int. In SQL, the float data type is used to store decimal numbers. It is a floating point data type, which means that it can store values with a fractional component, such as 3.14 or minus 0.01. Float is more precise than the integer data type, which can also store whole numbers. The range of values that can be stored in a float column depends on the SQL implementation, and the range is given in the screen. Date time data types. The date time data types are used to store date and time values. There are three date or time data types: date, time, and date time. Let's look at them one by one. The date data type is used to store date values in the format of year, month, and day. For example, 2022, 05, and 25. The time data type is used to store time values in the format of hours, minutes, and seconds. For example, 10, 15, 30. The date time data type is used to store both date and time. The format of that is year, month, day, space, hour, minutes, and seconds. For example, 2022, 05, 25, and then the time, that is 10, 15, and 30.